Hello, Mieladim. It's good to see you today. I'm excited to have morning mifgash with you. We are going to get started, so come on over, take a seat or stand, and we're going to sing our shalom song. Ready? Shalom, Yeladim, shalom, Yeladim, shalom, shalom. We're so glad you're here. We're so glad you're here. Shalom. Shalom. Okay, let's see who's awake this morning. Boker Tov, Yeladim. Oh, it's so good to hear your voices. I'm so glad you're awake and with us today. Okay, it's time for counting sticks. I have my 15 counting sticks. Do you have something to count? Perfect. Let's get started. Okay, Jaxon is Jackson. Boker Tov, Jackson. Maya is Maya. Boker Tov, Maya. Charlie with the last name that starts with an R is Charlie R. Boker Tov, Charlie R. Natalie is Natalie. Boker Tov, Natalie. Brooklyn is Brooklyn. Boker Tov, Brooklyn. Riley is Riley. Boker Tov, Riley. Max is Max. Boker Tov, Max. Noga is Noga. Boker Tov, Noga. Sophie is Sophie. Boker Tov, Sophie. Itzy is Itzy. Boker Tov, Itzy. Leo is Leo. Boker Tov, Leo. Ellie is Ellie. Boker Tov, Ellie. Esme is Esme. Boker Tov, Esme. Naomi is Naomi. Boker Tov, Naomi. Charlie with a last name that starts with a K is Charlie K. Boker Tov, Charlie K. Okay, Yeladim, we are going to count how many friends we have here today. Let's see. Okay. Ready? Can you count with me? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. How many friends do we have here today? 15. That's right. Okay. Now we're going to read our mitzvahs. Charlie R. baked and delivered cookies to his friends around the neighborhood. That's a wonderful thing to do, and that's perfect for this week since we're talking about neighborhoods. How many mitzvahs did we do this week? 1. That's right, we did 1 mitzvah. Okay, sorry guys. So we are going to continue on with our morning mifgash. Yesterday, we talked about neighborhoods. Actually, we've been talking about neighborhoods for the last couple of days. And I took you on a tour of my neighborhood when I did my scavenger hunt. And today, before starting the video, what I did is I went outside and I counted how many houses are on both sides of my street. And on one side of the street, there are 9 houses. And on the other side of the street, on my side of the street, there are 10 houses. What I also did is I counted to see where my house was in comparison to the other houses. So I'm going to show you what I did. Let's see if I did not think this through in terms of where I was going to set you guys. Hold on. Okay. So what I did was this is a little bit of a graph of my neighborhood, or a map of my neighborhood. So over on, let's see, this side is a very busy street. That's not the street that I live on, but I live on this street, and this X house right here is my house. So I counted that on my side of the street, there were 10 houses. So I drew 10 rectangles or squares for the 10 houses on my street. And then I counted that there was one house that was right next to the street, and my house was next to that house. And then there were 8 more houses past my house. And on the other side of the street, there were 9 houses. And the funny thing about the last house is it faces the other way because there's another street right here. And so on here you can see it's turned and faced a different way. Now the other thing that I was looking for is on our scavenger hunt yesterday, we were looking for lampposts. I counted 3 lampposts on my block. One at one end of the block, one at the other end of the block. Actually, I counted 4 lampposts. And then I counted one on the other side that was in front of the 3rd house from the street, almost close to my house. And one that was at the 4, 5, 6, 7th house. And then there was one at the last house at the 9th house. I also counted 3 fire hydrants. There was one on both sides of the street and one at the 4th house. So I marked that. There are other things that you can mark if you're going to make this. Now what you can do is if you wanted, you could color the houses the different colors that they are, or you could add in more details like the driveways and the roofs, maybe trees that you saw. But I decided instead of just drawing it on a piece of paper, I wanted to lay it out on the floor and act it out. Okay? So I'm going to do that, and you can see Chase Man's in the background wanting to get in on this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is you can do this with whatever you want. So for your houses,
Mama.
Yes, Chase. Do you want to build our neighborhood with me? I'm going to build our block.
Mom, I need to tell you something, Mama.
Yes.
It's that I thought something because when I thought you were gonna build something of all these supplies.
I am going to build something out of these
That
supplies.
was fun because supplies you could use anything that you want to build things, anything that you want, like trucks, because they would stack up trucks.
Yep, you could build with trucks too. So maybe
See,
Chase Man's, yep, Chase is stacking trucks over there, monster trucks. Okay, so Chase Man, look, I built a picture of our neighborhood, of our block, and this is our house. So I'm going to use the different things to build our block and show the kids at home that they can do the same. Do you want to help me?
I'm gonna build a fort.
You're going to build a fort? Okay.
I meant a tunnel on the street, a tunnel at our garage.
You're going to do our garage. Okay, so Chase Man's going to build our garage. So I have a line on the floor that I'm going to pretend is our street. And you can either, maybe you want to cut up paper and use paper as your street. Maybe you want to make a long line of Legos and have Legos be your street. Maybe you want to make a long line of magnet tiles and have magnet tiles be your street. Or you don't even have to put anything on the ground. You can just start building houses in a line, however you want to do it. So you can make your houses out of anything. We have empty tissue boxes you can use as houses. We have these other little blocks to use if you want as houses. We have Legos. We could build magnet tiles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start counting. You guys can watch. And we are going to put houses on the street. So I'm going to make room.
Hey, stop it.
Okay, hold on, Chase. Chase is going to use our box. So I'm going to do 1, and then this is my house. I'm going to make my house look a little different. I'm going to build mine out of magnet tiles so I can make it stand out. Let's see. Okay. So I have 1 house, and then it was my house. That's 2. And then I have 3. some houses out of Lego. 6. You guys still see. Let's see. I'm going to do 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now I have to do the other side of the street. Sorry, guys. I'm trying my best to make it so you guys can see everything that I'm doing. Okay, so now I'm going to do the other side of the street. Now, the other side of the street, if you remember, only had 9 houses. So there wasn't a house across from this street. Across from here is just another street. So I'm going to make one house here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, where are more tiles? Huh? 6, 7, 8. I need one more house.
Mama, is it okay if I use scissors?
Yes, sweetie. Okay, so here is my block. Can you guys see? So we have our block, and then what else am I going to do?
These are so sharp.
Oh no, Chase man, you have to use your scissors, sweetie. Because you can't use those scissors. So other things I saw on my block was there was one stop sign, which this isn't necessarily a stop sign, but I'm going to pretend it's a stop sign. And it is all the way at the front here. And there was also a light post there. And then I need to think of something to be a fire hydrant. Let's see. What could I have be a fire hydrant? No, this be a fire hydrant. So I have, at the end of this block, oops, you guys can't even see what I'm looking at. There is a stop sign, a lamp post, and I put here a fire hydrant. We're all by this first house that has a lot of things by it. So something else I'm going to have cars that are parked on the street. Do you guys have cars that are parked on your street? We have people with garages, but some people park their cars in the street. So I'm going to put some cars in the street. And my neighbors across the street have a dog. So I'm going to put a dog by their house.
Mama.
Yes,
Mama,
Chasey.
Look at.
Wow, look what Chase Man made. Do you guys want to see?
The garage. See?
He made a garage.
Beep, 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 beep down. And you could, if you want, there's another way to go sidewalks. See?
Oh, cool. So Chase made a garage. Maybe you guys want to make a garage for your house. Or maybe you just want to make a model of your house, however you want. So we have our block. And now I'm also going to put more dogs out because we have several dogs that live on our block. We have then 2 dogs that live right across the street from us.
Marshall, why are you?
Well, we're just pretending that the Marshalls
But there's
are.
double dogs.
Well, because the people across the street have 2 dogs, Chase. And we have, or actually, this is the dogs. And we have our dog, Callie. And let's see, we have Chase and Charlie who live in our house. And then we have lots of neighbors who live next door to us with lots of kids. They have 4 kids, so I'm going to put lots of people over here. So we are going to continue to set up our neighborhood and play and pretend like we're playing with our friends in the neighborhood. Only we're playing with the toys, and we have all of our houses set up, and we have a street, and we have our stop sign, and our lamppost, and our fire hydrant. Maybe there's stuff you guys want to add. Maybe you want to add your backyard, Or maybe you have a swing set in the back. Or maybe you want to add a basketball hoop. Or you want to add a truck that's parked outside. Whatever is special to your neighborhood that you would like to add. Oh, I forgot, we also have trees. I could add trees to my neighborhood all up and down the street. We have trees all over our street, up and down the street. So remember, the first thing you do is count how many houses there are on your street, on both sides of your street. And you have to figure out where your house is. So here is my house. I had only one house in front of my house before the big street, and then I had 8 houses all the way until the end of the block. And there were only 9 houses on this block. And you guys can count and figure out where your house is on your block and make your very own play neighborhood to play in. So I hope you guys have fun. I would love to see what you create. Okay, that's all, Yeldim. Shalom.
Mama.